Okay, so there are two formulas you need to know for this test. Right, the first one is axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. And that's what cuts the quadratic or absolute value in half. So that's negative b over 2a. The other one is average rate of change. And that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So this is first example. It says find the average rate of change. Average rate of change, you write the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now you just need to find the points. This is giving you the points. So it's negative 3. And positive 1. So your endpoints of your interval are going to give you what you're looking for on the table. So let's set it up. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we have negative 24 over 4, which is negative 6. For the next one, we want the equation of the axis of symmetry. So that's negative b over 2a. My a is here, my b is here. And that's really what cuts the quadratic in half. Negative b over 2a. So that's negative 12 over 6. Negative 2. Another way you can do this is by graphing it and then seeing where the central value is. So 3x squared. So the middle, we'll give the middle of the parabola. So it's in y1. Okay. Then graph. The middle seems to be in the negative region. I'm going to change my zoom 6. Okay. From my table, I can see that the middle of my graph, where we see the symmetrical pattern. Around here. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we see that middle value right there is negative 2, negative 40. So the axis of symmetry is just the x-coordinate of the vertex. So this is your axis of symmetry, x equals negative 2. Okay? Okay, so now it says, describe the effects when the parent quadratic function is translated to g of x. So the parent quadratic function, we're going to put in y1. We have x squared, that's the parent function. Remember, that's going to be right smack dab in the middle. Then I'm going to enter in y2, negative 1/2, parentheses, x plus 5 squared minus 3. So what are the effects here? When I graph both in here, remember, this is what you should be putting in, y1, y2. Right? This is the tables. This is what it looks like. How do you compare the two? Right. It's flipped. It's shifted left. Then it's 3 units down. And then it's also wider. Do you see that? This one is wider than this one. The vertex is over here at opposite x, same y. Domain, it's all real numbers. Range, this one is upside down. And that maximum value is -3. The piecewise function is defined by j of x. All right, so this means up here, you use x squared plus 3 if your input value is less than -4. Use the bottom if your input value is greater than -4. So this is what we're inputting. We're inputting -1. Is -1 greater than or less than -4? Well, -4 is over here. Since -1 is to the right of -4, we can say, since greater than which side are we going to use, top or bottom? Oh, we're going to use the bottom. Plug it in. It's -2. We use the bottom because our input value is greater than -4. An entranceway is being built for a stadium and is in the shape of an arch. The function represents the dimensions of the entranceway where all dimensions are measured in feet. On the accompanying set of axes, you're going to graph the function for 0 to 20. So that means my maximum x value is 20. Let's find what the maximum y value is by putting this into our calculator. So here we have it in the calc. We're going to look at our table. All right, we want to see what the highest y value is going to be. Oh, we found it. It's 100. So that's going to be our y maximum. So that means we need this to be going up to 20. So we'll just go up by, I don't know, what do you think? 5s. So we'll do like 5, 10. And on the other side, I have to make sure I get up to 100, excuse me. So I gotta just label it in a way. So I think I'm gonna go up by 25 so I have enough room for sure. So this is what my dimensions look like. And this is the length across the arch in feet. And this is the height of the arch. In feet. Okay, so now our table of values we're going to look at right now. Okay, so if you look at my table, I'm matching up all of the values. So 0, 0. 5 is going to be with 75. 10 is with 100. 15 is with 75. And 20 is with 0. Okay, so we're going to graph it. I have the points, and now I'm going to make the arch. Okay, good. What is the vertex? Well, the vertex is here at 10, 100. And that means at 10 feet across, the arch is 100 feet high. So make sure you are writing what it represents in words using your x and y axis. All right, last one. Which of the following equations represents the graph of the function to the right? Okay, so that's the graph of the function. I'm going to start with the first one, put it in the calculator. So this is the graph of the first one. Do they look the same? Yes, they do. All right, let's try to graph the second one now. Yeah. It's going to be x minus 1 times x plus 1. Let's graph the second one. Oh, second one doesn't work. So we have the first one, second one. No, let's try the third one. This is going to be x squared minus 1. Does it match the first one? That's the first one. It looks like it matches up. Yep. Okay, so it's the first and the third. So the answer for this one is 1 and 3 only. 1 and 3 only. All right, guys, hope that helped.